The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros: who has more room for improvement in the rematch, Fury or Usyk? So we're going to listen to what Tyson Fury had to say about the fight. I saw online some people saying Fury needs to retire or he wants no parts of Usyk in the rematch. That's not what he's saying. We'll listen to what he says and then we'll discuss it. So this is what Tyson Fury had.
Close fight. Could have nicked it. Couldn't have. Whatever. Could have been a draw. Who knows? But I haven't got the decision. I'm not going to cry about it. We'll regroup. I'll have an holiday. Go home. Speak to the wife and kids, and we'll see. I'll see what I want to do. You know, I ain't boxing in here because I've got no money. I box it because I love it. Do you understand? I'm 36 in a few months, and I've been boxing since I've been a child. So it is what it is. Where does it all end? You have 100 fights and brain damage in a wheelchair? I'm not sure. But the one thing is, all the time I'm still loving the game, and I was having fun in there. I was really enjoying myself. Then I'll continue to do it. And when I can't do that anymore, I'll pack it up.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everybody, and good night.
So that's what Tyson Fury had to say. One, Trill, do you think he should activate the rematch clause? And if you think he should activate the rematch clause, which fighter do you think has the most room for improvement, can improve on their performance from last night?
I like hearing what he said right there. He cleared up that part for me because I was going to go in on Tyson Fury. I thought that this was a beautiful night of boxing, everything that you said in the previous episode before. I think that only one thing tarnished the fight, and that was Tyson Fury's comments after the fight where he said, I believe I won that fight. His country is at war, so those people are siding with him. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that Usyk didn't deserve the victory. He was cheated because of politics. But he cleared that up in the press conference, and I thought that was awesome, you know, because that was the only sour taste that was left in my mouth was those comments that he left right after the fight. There's always room for improvement. Nobody's ever going to be like this was it's always room for improvement on both sides. I felt that Tyson Fury gassed out a little bit. I think maybe it was too much of the antics before he got in the ring, the dancing and then the running to the ring, the Superman run to the ring, all that came into play later in the night. Then he was doing a lot of movement. It's a big guy still. That's a big guy still. What is he? He was 262.
Yeah.
262 moving around like that. He got a little get. That's why, and he was a little bit sluggish in the rounds. The rounds was close. They were going tit for tat, but I felt like Usyk coming forward and pushing him back, and him not having the legs made it look more like Usyk was winning those rounds for me. I feel like he can improve on that. Usyk can improve too. At first, Usyk was cutting off the ring well, and then eventually he started following Tyson Fury, and that's when he got hit with those uppercuts. You know, at first he was moving his head, and then he stopped moving his head, and he got hit with a lot of those jabs and a lot of by keeping his head on the line, and then getting hit with those uppercuts because at sometimes he stopped cutting off the ring and he started to follow Tyson Fury. So there's improvement on both sides. This is boxing. And both guys, I know they go back in the drawing board and they looking at the times when they got hurt and where they feel like Tyson Fury's standing up too tall, keeping his neck back, being on the ropes, laying the lean in. That's how he got hit with that left over and over and over again. This time, listen, these guys are going to go back and look at the tape and see that there's things that they can improve on, and I'm sure they both will. When they go in the ring again in October, which I'm thinking more like December, you know what I'm saying? I think that you're going to see the difference in both guys. Tyson Fury is not going to be dancing on his way to the ring.
All right. Way to Trill the answer. All right. So yeah, I think you're right, Trill. And so I think you kind of broke down that there's room for improvement with both fighters. And I definitely agree with that. Fury can improve. But I think the fighter who has the most room for improvement is actually Alexander Usyk. And the reason why I feel like Alexander Usyk has the most room for improvement was he was actually in there with a very unique individual who's extremely hard to duplicate. Usyk's hard to duplicate as well. But you can tell early on in the fight that Fury's height, his reach, his athleticism it gave Usyk a lot of trouble. But now Usyk has had a look at it. He's had a look at it. And Usyk was able to find his range with Fury, and he was able to find a way to put these punches on Tyson Fury. So, like you said, Fury's doing the pullback, Fury's going up against the rope. So Usyk now has figured out how to land his punches on Fury. So if you start this fight again from the beginning, Usyk has figured out something, because you got to look at it like the second half of the fight. Usyk turned up and he turned on. So Fury now, he's going to have to make some changes, but I feel like Usyk can actually improve now, because Usyk has got the experience of trying to get through Fury's long reach, get through Fury's awkward movements. He's seen it now. But you're right. There is room for improvement with Tyson Fury, where Tyson Fury can work on his stamina. Tyson Fury can do certain things. I think Fury, what I hate about this generation when it comes to boxing is people act like unless you win, you suck. And that's what I hate about boxing these days. It's like you lose, you suck, you're this, you're that. I always say it's not losing, it's how you lose. Fury lost, but Fury don't need to be ashamed. And that's why, like you said, what he said in the post-fight press conference, wish he said it during the interview in the ring, but at least he said it in the post-fight press conference. Close fight, could have nicked it, couldn't have, didn't get it. It's cool. It was a great performance. And everyone's saying Fury needs to retire. That's an exaggeration, bro. He didn't look outmatched in that fight. Fury wasn't outmatched. He was outwilled, but he wasn't outmatched in that fight. And Usyk Usyk looked like he had difficulty figuring out Fury the first 6 rounds, but then he figured it out and he was able to land his punches, hurt Fury in the ninth. You throw them in there in a rematch, we get the fireworks going a little bit earlier. That's what I think. But I think Usyk has the most room for improvement, because I think he figured out how to penetrate Tyson Fury. Pause. All right, sorry.
Now, piggybacking off of what you said, Tyson Fury looked phenomenal last night. He beats everybody else. He looks like he would beat everybody else. Last night, it looked like he'll beat every other heavyweight. So that retirement talk and how he's trash and all that, I don't buy into that at all. But I did see that as well.
We actually have a topic coming up, bro. We're going to discuss that. So, yes, sir. It's going to be a very interesting discussion. But yeah, I mean, I won't say I agree, but I kind of agree. But I will say this: the Fury we saw last night. Come on now, let's not act like dude is a scrub. Let's not act like dude was all hype. Like, this is what I mean about today's generation, bro. It's just sad. Like, dude went in there and put on. Fury put on. And Usyk put on. Get them in their flowers, man. Stop playing. Both of those dudes showed tremendous heart and grit, and they deserve respect.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. That's Caden. I'm the commissioner, Trill Dollar Bill. It's G Forever. And we the Boxing Brothers.